If Mkondo Sizwe believes that going to listen to the people violates the Constitution, it will tell me that.
MK Party's Floyd Shivambu hints at setting up a new party. More bodies found as a memorial service is held for Eastern Cape's 92 flood victims. And a dramatic escalation in the Iran-Israel war sees President Donald Trump hinting the US could get involved. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.
Former Mkhonto Sizwe Party Secretary General Floyd Shivambu says he was removed from his position due to a fake intelligence report claiming he wants to overthrow the party's leader, Jacob Zuma. On the 3rd of June, Shivambu was demoted as the party's Secretary General and was told he'll be redeployed to Parliament. He also says he's not resigning as a member of the party despite his ambitions of forming his own political organisation.
If Mkondo Sizwe believes that going to listen to the people violates the Constitution, it will tell me that. That listening to the people is a violation of the Constitution. I will not resign. I said I will never resign from Mkondo Sizwe. And I still stick by the decision and the communication that I made that it was the best decision ever to join Mkondo Sizwe.
As the Eastern Cape observes a day of mourning for flood victims, the death toll continues to increase. Last night, police discovered a young girl's body along the Mthatha River. At least 90 people have died since the adverse weather conditions that affected the province more than a week ago, and more than 4,000 are displaced.
The floods that visited OR Tambo,
the floods have destroyed the homes of people. They've destroyed living things. The most painful thing is that these floods claimed the lives of our loved ones. This incident has hit us very hard as the people in OR Tambo.
Action SA is calling for the suspension of National Prosecuting Authority head Shamila Batoy for the body's failures to successfully prosecute some high-profile cases. The party has criticised the NPA for its handling of recent matters, including the rape case of Nigerian pastor Timothy Omotoso and the corruption cases of Murwadi Cholota and former ANC MP Zizi Kodwa. Party members have been picketing outside the Justice Department in Pretoria today to hand over a memorandum of demands, which includes that Minister Mameloko Kubayi begin the process of removing Batoy.
It's a kind of an excuse. It's nonsense. It's unacceptable. She must not really treat us as South Africans like we're fools.
A motion of no confidence on Johannesburg Mayor Dada Morero is set to take place next week. The programming committee has approved the motion in the mayor and also in the speaker Nabuhle Mthembu and the chief whip Sitembiso Zungu. Motions on the mayor and the chief whip were filed by the DA, while the one on the speaker was filed by Al Jamaa. A pensioner who was forcibly removed from District 6 during apartheid now faces being evicted from the area for a second time. The 73-year-old was outside the Western Cape High Court today, where he joined about 60 others who illegally occupied Irene Grootboom house in Darling Street to challenge being evicted from the site.
An Irene Grootboom house occupant, Barrymore Jossie, says being served an eviction notice to vacate the Darling Street property feels like apartheid all over again. Jossie and about 60 other illegal occupants living in the 3-story building were handed eviction notices earlier this month. Jossie recalls his experience in 1972.
Cross school, I couldn't understand. When I asked my grandmother why, she said the white man wants us out. Bottom line. They don't want us. They want to get rid of anybody that's not of a proper color.
The 73-year-old has called on the government not to behave in a similar way.
That was in the past. If there is a Ubuntu in this country, then why don't the government show it to us? If we are one, then give us a fair share.
Housing activists Ndifuna Ukwazi are opposing the Department of Public Works and Infrastructure's application for the eviction of the occupants from the site. Carlo Peterson, Eyewitness News, Western Cape High Court.
At least 32 people have been injured in Israel after Iran launched a barrage of missiles this morning. Iranian news agency Fars says the missiles roared over Tel Aviv and other places. A direct hit has been reported at Soroka Hospital in Beersheba, in the south of Israel. Its military has killed more than 200 people in Iran since it triggered the fighting last Friday, while more than 20 have died in Tehran's retaliatory strikes. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu claimed he was launching the war because Iran poses a nuclear threat. But the head of the UN's International Atomic Energy Agency, which inspects and monitors nuclear enrichment, says there is no evidence that Tehran is working on a nuclear weapon. And today, US President Donald Trump hinted that the US may get involved. This is one of Elon Musk's SpaceX starships exploding during a routine test late Wednesday in Texas. It's the latest setback to the billionaire's dream of turning humanity into an interplanetary species. A video shared with the Post showed the mega rocket attached to the launch arm, and then a flash and a towering, fiery explosion. Hundreds of supporters had gathered outside the Nelson Mandela Square in Johannesburg to welcome the victorious Proteas. The celebration comes after the Protea men's team secured a stunning win against defending champions Australia at Lord's in London. It's the first time in 27 years they've won a major international cricket council match. That's it from us. We'll see you for more again tomorrow.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent.